robotics program at Hilltop High. We do VEX and FRC, and FRC is our most important league, and VEX is like for our freshmen and our sophomore teams.
The game this year is Infinite Recharge, and so there's like 3 different components of the game. You can shoot balls into a low goal and a high goal. There's a control panel, which is basically a wheel that you can spin to gain points, and there's also like a seesaw in the middle of the field that the robots can hang off of at the end of the match.
Since we have one big robot, right, we designed from scratch, so we all have to kind of at the beginning come as a big group and decide on what route we want to go with our robot or our product, right? What's it exactly going to do? What's our strategy?
So our strategy is just using the human player as much as possible. So our side of the field has where we get the balls. So we're just going to our side of the field, getting all the balls from the human player that's feeding it in. So we're getting 5 balls, and then we're just speeding off to the other side and scoring them as fast as we can, just back and forth. We just didn't want to have a ground intake because we had problems with that last year, and it took forever to get balls. So we thought that going across the field a bunch is still faster than trying to pick up 5 balls from the ground.
So essentially we're testing all of our prototypes. So we've integrated all of our mechanisms into the main robot. So we're just testing each one individually to make sure that their proper functionality works on their own, as along with the other mechanisms that they're tied into. So for example, we have our telescope mechanism right here that's up, right? So that's one part, but then to erect that up vertical, that's another system that we use with pneumatics to bring that up. So we're just making sure that everything works succinctly with each other.
For this specific robot, or this season, what we've had to do is we had to integrate over 8 motors, each actuating either a winch or the drivetrain. We've also integrated various sensors such as ultrasonics, time of flight, and computer vision.
I think we're good.
The board on the bottom is this.
It's down.
Yeah.
Disable.
Put it under the PDP.
Angel's a pretty good mentor, and he knows how to prepare us for things and get us ready as much as possible.
Be careful with the green and yellow wires, right? If those become disconnected, we're done. So just make sure you're like really careful with the electronics in here.
Oh, it turned yellow again.
Yeah.
As electrical captain, what I do is I manage all of the electrical members. So it's on me to like give duties and make sure that we're all on task to complete the robot, which includes wiring, programming, sensor testing.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how it counts.
Right now I discovered that one of the parts that our supplier sold us wasn't soldered on correctly, and that's what was giving us our error that we could not possibly solve. I looked at the bottom of the board and I saw that there's no solder on one of the pins.
It's basically how I expected it to end, honestly.
So
I'm like, okay,
it's good to know that it's not our fault. So
obviously she killed someone.
yeah, it makes me more confident in my team. Let's fix that. Let's run it again. So right now we're just testing our winch for the robot to climb up. We made a modification yesterday so that way instead of the robot kind of tilting as it went up, we tied the other end of the rope to the opposite end of the robot. So now it'll be in unison since there's 2 points of contact that are just about opposite of each other. So now it comes up, so we just want to test it out a few more times, make sure that the students know what to do to get it ready, because there is a list of procedures to prep it before the match. Otherwise it won't work. Yeah, okay. You know what, I think we're gonna have to cut those screws. Let's reset it. Reset. Okay, so one of our lines got stuck on one of the screws when we're bringing up the robot. So we're gonna try to fix that.
You mean the
We
tool?
tried fixing it before by turning the screws around so that way the excess is on the other side, but turns out it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna cut off the excess. Nice. Good on.
So we're here, we're ready, and then we get a message right before we get into the phase that they postponed it because they don't want normal over 2 people because of the coronavirus. Hopefully we get to do it. Even for our seniors, they don't know when if they're gonna be able to do it. Freshmen don't know, understand. First timers, they came here expecting all this great stuff and then we had to pack up.